got this call, and then we were gonna go. You okay? It's still fresh, yo. This just happened. That's why we haven't been on camera, because it makes us both sad. This whole situation. Like when we walked in, when we got that call, we went straight to Baton Rouge. The girls were in school. We got them out of school early. We went straight to Baton Rouge, and right when we walked in that nursery, like she was at a nursing home. We walked in and we saw her, and I was just. She had lost a lot of weight in this short time.
For the better, for the better.
What's up, PNP gang? So it's been a while since y'all seen this. It's been, I don't know,
like 2 months, I think.
It's been about 2 months now.
Dang.
So a lot of y'all probably like, dang, did they break up? Or did they quit YouTube?
Yeah.
What are they doing? They taking a break? Like, what's going on? So we want to do a video with y'all today, let y'all know what's been going on, why we've been gone for 2 months, and just kind of update y'all on where we are right now.
Well, a lot of y'all do know what happened. For our day ones who've been paying attention, a lot of y'all know that my mom did pass recently, so that was really the reason why we took a break. The break was definitely necessary. I absolutely just could not film. I couldn't work at all, and I'm still in the process of grieving right now. So like a lot of the videos that y'all are going to be seeing, of course, you know, we're going to still be here for y'all, still PrincessxPhlo, but it's hard. Like, it's not an easy thing to just get through.
If you don't know the whole story, then I don't know if y'all are subscribed to her channel, Princess Leia. You can go down in the description. You can get the link to her channel and watch the video. She goes in depth and tells the whole story about what happened. I mean, just from my perspective, I just want to say that it was definitely really sad, the whole situation. It happened, what, like?
May 20th.
So it's really been like a month and a half now at this point, right? Has it?
Yeah.
It's been about 6 weeks since it happened.
And it just feels like it just happened yesterday, y'all, I swear. Because like every morning, like I didn't discuss this in my last video on my channel, but like every morning now, because I got the phone call at about 7:30ish in the morning. Every morning when I wake up, y'all, I wake up automatically at 7, like around 7:20 every morning. Like my body can't help it. No matter what time I go to bed at night, I'm always waking up. It's like a trauma that I have now. Like I just automatically just wake up at that time. Because it's like, that's when I got that call. Like, it's so crazy how, like, that is.
How our mind really works. But I didn't see it coming. She had been sick for a while. And honestly, we had no idea what it was. The doctors were saying that it was depression and you know, 'cause she wasn't really eating. She was having trouble eating. And
yeah, because if y'all remember my stepdad, he passed last year. So, like.
Ever since that happened.
Well, no, it's not ever since that happened. Before that happened, my mom had been sick.
Yeah.
But that made it worse.
Yeah.
But before that happened, of course, you know, we didn't think that it was anything that serious. We thought, okay.
I mean, people get older and they lose weight. It's not that strange, you know. Like you see a lot of older people who are like 7 years old. They don't have a lot of weight to them.
Right.
So it didn't seem unusual. But see, when I met her, she didn't really lose that much weight. I mean, maybe she did. I didn't notice it that much. She was noticing it more than me. But like when I met her, I want to say that she'd already was.
When you met her, my mom was already sick. I mean, we didn't know this, but now that like me and a lot of my friends and family are going back in the timeline, we're like, she's been sick for some years now. Because I remember getting a phone call from my stepdad. We were doing Carmen and Corey's boot camp, and he called me crying, saying it was something wrong with my mom, something about a blood clot.
It was early in the morning.
It was early in the morning.
We shot it was a 2-day shoot. We shot the first day. The second day we woke up to this call while we were getting ready. Yeah,
so I don't know. It's just so much. I don't even. I can't even. Like I can't even. It's just, you know, every day it's getting. I can't say it's getting easier, but I'm getting through every day. But just talking about it, I don't even want to talk about it no more. Like, I know my mom, for me personally, my mom loved our YouTube. This is something that she wanted for me. She was happy for me when it happened. She told all the doctors, all the nurses, you know, at the places that she worked, that I was her famous YouTube daughter, even though I don't see myself as famous, but in her eyes I was. So I'm living out, you know, my purpose in her eyes. I'm living out what she saw me as, you know. So we're just getting back to the channel, getting back to videos, and getting back to you guys, because we know that y'all support us heavy. I did get a lot of, you know, DMs and comments from y'all, you know, just giving y'all condolences and sending y'all love, sending prayers up, and I appreciate that so much. And you know, I know my mom really, you know, would appreciate that too, just because when she left, she said, she was like, I don't feel like my children have enough comfort. And still, I did not understand what she said at that moment, but now I feel like since my mom has passed, I've been seeing a lot of things differently. Like I see people differently. I see the way people treat you. Like when you lose somebody, or when something tragic happens to you, pay attention to the people around you. Pay attention to how people treat you, because then you can really see, like, people are really fucking evil. They are really evil. People will, like, and not even in an intentional way, but you just notice how people's ways, how their ways are towards you. And it's just like, damn, like some of the people that I expected to be here for me was not there for me. I think that's kind of like what disappointed me the most. And it's like, you don't realize that until you actually go through something. You know, my mom was a strong woman, so of course I have to still, you know, portray those strong characteristics. I have to keep moving. I got girls to raise. I can't be weak. I've never been weak, so you guys will never see no weak, you know, energy from me at all. And like I said, I have a purpose, so I'm continuing her legacy through my YouTube. You know, I've been on my personal channel, as you guys have seen. If you guys haven't, make sure you subscribe, because I do put a lot of stuff from my personal life on that channel. I've been doing what I gotta do.
Well, basically, I mean, what happened was we were doing the show Sauce that you guys were watching. We did 3 episodes. We were about to shoot the rest of that season. We had the shoot set up. Everything was figured out. Like, and we had everything written down how we were gonna shoot the season. Because we actually had a really big vision for that show.
Yeah,
Sauce.
the first season was already shot.
Yeah, we actually have one more episode. We never dropped it. All this stuff happened. We just never dropped it for y'all. But I don't know. I mean, we might not even focus on that no more. We had a vision. Sauce was supposed to be like a really dope show with a lot of different actors we were gonna add to it. But we decided that, I mean, we had to keep, like, we got a call the day before the shoot to shoot the rest of season 1. We had half of season 1 shot, and we were gonna shoot the other half of season 1. And we got a call that basically in the morning that she had a call scheduled. She didn't know what it was about. She had the call, and what was the name of the call again?
It was like,
there was plans for,
basically this call was like, it was for like end of life plans for my mom, and we talked to probably like 15 different people on the call. It was me, my brother, my sister, and everybody just introduced themselves, and everybody was just naming themselves. Hi, I'm this so-and-so, I'm the doctor for this, da-da-da. Hi, and it just kept going. I'm like, when is this gonna stop? Like, my mom had like 15 different doctors, and all these people just introduced themselves and was like telling us what they did for her. And this is the call. This was probably one of the worst calls in my life, aside from the time that, you know, they called me and told me that, you know, she just, I don't know, I can't.
It was an unexpected call where she found out that her mom needed to make plans for the end of her life. And we had no idea that was coming. We hadn't visited for like a month or so. We'd been there about a month. Like, how was it? Like maybe like a month before that. But I'm just saying, like, we didn't realize how serious this was. If we had, we would have been visiting more often. I feel bad that we didn't. And I wish I could go back and visit more. But, you know, we've been so busy and stuff. It's just like, so we got this call, and then we were gonna go. You okay? It's still fresh, yo. This just happened. That's why we haven't been on camera, because it makes it both sad. This whole situation. Like, when we walked in, when we got that call, we went straight to Baton Rouge. The girls were in school. We got them out of school early. We went straight to Baton Rouge, and right when we walked in that nursery, like, she was at a nursing home, or was it like a rehabilitation nursing home type place? And we walked in and we saw her, and I was just. She had lost a lot of weight in a short time. Like, I couldn't believe it. It was shocking. hard right now. You know, we're doing our best to just stay positive. But when we saw her in that room, man, I didn't know what to say. I was just like, we all immediately started feeling like crying. As soon as we walked in that room, we all were just like, whoa. Like they said that it was end of life plans, but I'm positive. I kept telling her like, man, there's no end of life. We're gonna fight it. We gotta figure out what we need to do. Like, how can we help? We gotta fix it, and don't give up. You know, that's what I was telling her and telling her email, like, yo, we're gonna fight this. And damn, like when we got there, I was like, damn, I don't know, like this is bad. This is worse than I ever imagined it to be. Like, I was shocked. And you know, I for those of you that know already, I lost my mom when I was like 22 years old or something. I'm trying to think. I was 22 when I lost my mom. So I know what it's like. And my mom she died of cancer as well. Well, we don't know exactly where her mom died from, but my mom died from cancer, and she lost a lot of weight. So she was small. But her emo was smaller than my mom ever was. When I walked in that room, I was like, damn, this is fucked up, man. This is, you know, when things like this happen, like your whole life goes on pause, yo. Like, you can't keep doing the things that you was doing. Like, it's like, it changes everything. Like, it's you can't go on camera and shoot videos, film, even right now. You know, it's hurting her shooting this video. You know, I don't even want to do it really. But we're doing it for y'all because we want to let y'all know where we've been, how we, you know, what we're going through, and just to try to motivate y'all a little bit. You see us right here shooting this video right now, you know, because this is what we do, you know, and we love y'all. We appreciate y'all's support. We haven't been around, so we're doing this for y'all. It's like, no matter how hard it gets, you still got to push forward, and sometimes it's hard, you know, and sometimes you got to find motivation from it's so hard to find motivation from things like this. But like her Ema loved her YouTube. She loved what she was doing. She supported it. She wanted to see her win as a YouTuber. So now that she's passed away, that gives her a vision like, yo, I want to make my Ema proud. I want to show her I can do it. I want her to see me succeed in this. Hit 1 million subscribers, hit 100,000, because that's hit 1 million, whatever, to really do it, because that's what she wants to see. That would make her proud. And you know, and I had a similar feeling I got when my mom died, and I also felt motivated by it. And not right away, it takes some time, but after you kind of realize it and you see that it makes them happy to see you succeed, it makes them happy. You know, like a level of happiness. Like, it's not just happy, like extreme, like really proud of me succeeding in what I want to do. So that's what motivates me. Like, that's why I go so hard at everything I do. It's for my mom, to show her, and for my son, and for our kids, to show them what it's like, what it takes, like what is life really, you know. And it's hard. It's hard. Just because we're motivated by it doesn't mean it's easy. It doesn't make it easy, but it makes it possible. It makes it possible, because if you don't find the motivation, a lot of people go through hard times and they just fall off, and they just completely lose their whole focus and where they're going, and it's like, it makes it possible. But I just want you to know that, you know, I feel bad about what happened, and I wish I could have done something. I wish I did better. Maybe I could have did some things better. I don't know. But there's nothing that we could have did to change it either way. This is what was going to happen. And the unfortunate truth is, you just said it, is that she was sick for a while. And my mom did the same thing. We found out after my mom died that she knew she had cancer for a while. I don't know how long, but she knew she was sick. She didn't tell it. She didn't want to to make us sad or whatever. I don't know why she didn't tell us, because she never admitted that. We found later, my dad found papers that showed that she had been seeing cancer doctors way before she told us. And I wish we had knew, you know, but and your Ema made that decision too, to not tell everybody. And because of that, we weren't able to, we didn't visit as much as we should have. We didn't go and see her every weekend like we could have. And I wish we had. And maybe that's a message to everybody. Like, you do what you want to do, but sometimes it's better just to be real and just tell people. And maybe for her, she felt like she was, and I respect her decision. She felt like she was helping. Like,
because she saw, like, everybody, you know, me and my sister was living our lives, and, you know, of course, me with my YouTube and my sister with her life. I guess she didn't want to burden. I know my mom talked about it a lot. She never liked to burden people. But honestly, y'all would have put all this shit on pause. All this shit would have been dead.
It's not a burden. It's not a burden.
To be with her, you know, but she wanted us to live out our dreams and live out our life. Like, I think she felt like, well, you know, I lived a long life. You know, I lived my life. I want my children to live their life. I don't want to burden them. I don't want to put them through pain and suffering. Like, I want them to, you know, do what they want to do without, you know, putting a pause or putting you know, a dampen on their life. And I think that's what was her mentality.
I mean, I will say that that's probably what I feel. One of the things I feel the most bad about is because I always push so hard to this YouTube and keep shit going. Like, I have a very, I'm very strong-willed, and I really want to win, and I push hard. And maybe, you know, it's partially my fault that we didn't visit as much because of that.
No, I mean, you can never really blame yourself. I know one thing. My best friend told me, he said, don't blame yourself for nothing. Don't do no shoulda, coulda, wouldas, because everything is in Yahweh's hands. You cannot, everything played out the way that it was supposed to. You can never blame yourself or fault yourself.
I don't blame myself. I just regret not.
Of course. I
don't blame myself for, I don't blame myself, and I think that's important. I just regret not just taking a little bit more time to just go visit more. You know, we didn't know. When my mom was sick, not to keep comparing them, just that I went through a similar situation, but when my mom was sick, I knew. I mean, I didn't know.
And you were there, like you lived there.
I lived there. I lived in the same city as her. And I at the time, I was very busy. I was so busy that I couldn't visit her as much as I wanted to. I will say that. I wish I could have visited her more. But I did visit her a lot. You know, she was actually like 40 minutes away, so it wasn't like she was right down the street, but still. I visited her as much as I could, but my point is, I knew what was going on. I knew the seriousness of the matter. In this situation, we didn't know, and I just wish that we could have visited more, but it's something we can do. We can't go back and change that. That's just, you know, we left for our dreams. Like, we lived in Atlanta with her, like, not with her, Ema, but 15 minutes away from her. And we visited all the time. The girls visited her all the time. We moved to Houston because of YouTube, because we want to succeed. Houston is a good place for YouTube. Atlanta.
Well, not only that, is we got signed. We had to leave.
We got signed.
If it was up to me, I would have stayed in Atlanta.
Right.
We had to leave Houston, Atlanta.
We got signed.
There was no, oh, we just want to move. Like, we had, like, I want to make that clear, because, like, a lot of people, they move. I ain't gonna lie, let's be real. And this is probably all a little off topic, but people literally move out. When you say chasing a dream, people have moved. A lot of YouTubers have moved out here to get signed to the same company that we were with. We didn't do that. We already were signed when we were in Atlanta, and then we moved because our management company told us that they absolutely had to have us here.
I mean, just
so that's the difference. I just want to make that clear, because I don't want people thinking, oh, y'all just moved. Y'all like all them other YouTubers who just want to move to Houston. No, I did not want to move to Houston.
No, for sure. Well, let me just specify this. People moved to Hollywood to be actors. People moved to Atlanta to be rappers. People moved to Houston to be YouTubers. There's nothing wrong with that. People moved to New York to do fashion. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that in our case, we moved to Houston because we got signed, Houston specifically, because we got signed to Neb, and it was based in Houston, well, it is based in Houston, and this was, if we wanted to work with Neb, hands-on.
No, they told us straight up, if y'all want to be successful at what y'all doing, we want to be hands-on with y'all, so it's best that y'all move to Houston, and that was that was our option. Like, either we stayed in Atlanta and not grew and just did YouTube just for whatever, or we came here and we got successful.
Right, because just to specify, like, we were signed to Neb like 2-3 months before, or maybe even 6 months. I don't remember exactly.
It was a minute.
It was at least 3 or 4 months that we were already signed.
We had got signed in September.
While we lived in September.
We got signed in September. October, we didn't move to Houston until December.
So it was 4 months later that after we got signed, we moved to Houston 4 months later to get more hands-on, you know, just like she said, and that's what brought us here. So we left being near her, being near family, to move here. We don't really have much family here. She has some cousins that live here now, so that's good. I don't have any family here, so I didn't have any family in Atlanta, so it's not a really big deal to me. I've been separated from family for a long time, but still though, we moved away to pursue our dreams, basically, you know, and unfortunately the cost of that was not being able to spend as much time with the people that matter most.
Yeah, but one thing that I can't say, I don't want to ponder on that too much, because one thing that I can't say, my mom was able to visit me here, and we did as much as we could traveling back and forth from here to Atlanta.
We did.
You know, my mom came out here, her and my stepdad, they put up the curtains in my beauty room. My mom went with me to my girls' first dance show. My mom spent a lot of time here with me and my girls, and we made memories in this house with my mom. We did. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I regret, because
no.
that's the grief process, and it's natural, but that's also, it puts a lot of stress on somebody mentally, and I can't, like I said, I can't let nothing get me down. I know at the end of the day, Yahweh is God. There's nothing else I could have done that would have made the situation better, because the ultimate end all be all would have been that my mom would have been, well, she would have left here anyway. Whenever we're signed at death, and whenever we come into this world, we are already assigned our death date. Just like you're assigned your birth date, you're assigned a death date. So there's nothing nobody can do about that. I couldn't have stopped my mother's death, but I have, what I can do now is cherish the memories. I have so many videos, so many pictures, so many voice recordings. I collect that stuff on purpose. That's why I'm so happy and thankful to be an influencer, because we literally record everything. We make record of everything, you know. And just teaching my girls, you know, how great and how wonderful of a woman she was, and to always remember her, how she was in her garden, and how she was, you know, at home, and taking y'all to the store to get y'all baby dolls, not how she was when she was on her deathbed. So it's like, that's the part that I don't want my girls to remember, is the part where she looked sick and she looked like, I'm dying, or this is my end, like, you know. So I don't want to hold on to that, oh, I wish I could have, I wish I should have, and that's natural, it is, and everybody goes through that, but we have to hold on to what we do remember from that person. For sure,
that's just the reality of it, you know. That's just me speaking how I feel. Yeah. It's not me holding on to it. I mean, I feel like,
because I could fault my stuff for a lot of stuff that I didn't do. I can. Because even before I moved here, before I was even a YouTuber, before I started YouTube, I could have been like, damn, back in 2016, I should have did this with my mom, or I should have, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm talking about the recent times.
But yeah, but my mom was sick back then. That's what you're not understanding. My mom, but I met Flo in 2017. My mom was sick before that. Like, I would say around 2016 too, because this is when we started noticing that she was losing weight. So obviously this was around the time when she was getting sick. When Flo met my mom, she was way smaller than what she.
The unfortunate thing is, we don't even know if that's true. We don't know what she was sick from.
We don't even know.
We don't even know if she was sick because she may have been losing weight just naturally.
And that's what we thought. Like, oh, she's just getting older.
I mean, that could be true. We still don't know. And that's probably one of the hard things about it, is like, usually when people die, usually, not always, you know what happened. Oh, this is what happened. This was the cause. We saw it coming. In this situation, we don't know.
We don't know for definite, but you know, there are some things in the air about cancer. That was never a definite, because she had gotten biopsies that came back negative, but they weren't able to test every organ or every part of her body to really say like, okay, this is cancer for sure, because she had gotten so small to the point she couldn't even get the biopsies anymore. Right. So
so the reality is this, is that if most cancers, you're not going to have that for 7 years without treatment. You're not going to live that long. So that's what I'm trying to say. I don't really believe, like, if she could have been sick in 2017, well, 6 years ago.
She was definitely sick.
But I'm saying, I don't know if she had cancer at that time, 6 years ago, because you're not going to live 6 years with cancer without treatment. Now, there's some cancers that are very slow. So it could have been one of them cancers that are, but if it has any kind of aggression to it, 6 years is not, you're not going to, you would have already gotten really sick way before then. So that's what I'm saying. We don't even really know what happened, and that makes it even harder sometimes. It takes away from the closure.
I've talked to the coroner. They said that they didn't know. It was just a failure to die, because when they found her, she was like uninitiated. What they said, initiated, because she wasn't eating, so she was just so small to it just looked like she just starved to death. So it was never really like a definite, like, okay, it was cancer, this type of cancer. It was just not. There was no definite. We don't know.
We don't know. To this day,
I know cancer does run in my family. I had 2 uncles that passed from it, but with my mom, her situation was so much different. So I don't know.
I mean, to be honest with you, cancer runs in everybody's family these days. Did you lose someone in your family from cancer? I mean, I think everybody has. But
we really just came on here to just talk to y'all and let y'all just understand what's been going on and
where we've been.
Yeah. Why
we haven't posted for 2 months. Now, we'll tell you this. We've been facing this. Well, I mean, she's been facing this. I've been here for her. But it made me really sad too, the whole situation. But she's been facing this and dealing with it, and we haven't done it on YouTube. But expect some videos from us. We're back posting. We appreciate everybody's support. A lot of people checked up on Leia. I appreciate that.
All I can see is y'all definitely gonna see a different side of me, because I don't know, I just feel like this whole thing has changed me. Both, I'm not gonna say bad, but definitely for a better me. I feel like this whole new chapter that I'm walking into is gonna be just so opening for me. Like, it's just gonna be so different. So I can't tell y'all that I'm gonna be the same, in videos, or of course y'all know I'm always gonna turn up, but it's just certain things that I just see so differently now. So it's definitely gonna see a different side to Leia. It's not just, but that's why I want y'all to subscribe to my personal channel, because you'll definitely see the journey from beginning to end on that channel too.
Pain will change you. Pain is what makes us who we are. But there was a saying that I heard. They said, if it wasn't for pain, then joy wouldn't feel so good. If we didn't feel pain, we wouldn't understand what joy really means. If we always were happy, then it wouldn't mean nothing. So there's a reason that we go through things. There's a purpose to it. You go way down low and then you go way down high. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you're gonna get through it. It's gonna be okay. It's honestly, you never really get over death. There's still times where I get sad about my mom. She died. I was 22 when she died.
And it's so crazy because, like, that was something that I didn't think that I could ever understand with Flo, because there was times where he would get really sad on certain days, and I just could never understand it. I'd just be there for him, comfort him and stuff like that. I just never understood it. Now I feel like I definitely understand. Like, I can definitely understand how he feels now. And we would watch movies, and certain type of movies would make him cry because it's about a mom or something. And now it's like I can definitely understand why he, gets really emotional about stuff like that. Because I feel the same now, and it's crazy. Like,
it changes you in ways that you can't expect, understand, or explain. But all right, y'all, we'll see y'all in the next video.